Hi there. This is Pink Mask, and we're gonna read the most messed up Reddit confession today, and I'm gonna judge it. This sounded better in my head, I swear. So, my daughter told me that my uncle and mom say mean things about me. The fuck? My daughter was in elementary school, fourth or fifth grade. She came up to me as I was cooking and said, Mama, why does grandma not like you? What the hell? Her mom? What? Your own mother? I said, what? Yeah, what? Why do you think she doesn't like me? I asked. She said, cause they say a lot of mean things about you. Oh my god. Poor girl. About you when I'm over at uncle's house. I didn't know what to say. How do you respond to a question like that? Yeah, you don't even know what to do. But answer to your kid about that. That's messed up. You don't know what to do. Not cry or just keep your calm. Like it's hard. There is no response fitting. I just stayed quiet. Yeah, it's a shock for you too, babe. And started to not show up to family events like I used to. I'm glad you believed your child. Very glad because they always say the truth. I quit planning pizza night. I quit talking. I'm not one to fight to stay if I'm not wanted. Yeah, that's true. Like, what can you possibly say in that situation? Like, why do you not like me? And start a fight? Like, who will benefit from that? It will just hurt your feelings more because you know the truth, and they will be like, no, your daughter, it's silly, she understood wrong, blah blah blah, or just say they don't remember and gaslight you. They won't say straight to your face, yeah, we don't like you, blah blah blah. Like, and even if they do, it hurts. I walk away when I should fight, but this stung. Of course, my heart has always wanted a family that was normal. Yeah, not one that did mean things to each other. You know what? F them. Fast forward too many years later, mom asked me if I wanted to do a birthday party for my daughter. Well, you know what? That's messed up. Like, you see that your daughter doesn't want to participate in family events anymore and she's withdraw, and clearly something is wrong, and you're just living your life, because I don't see this woman saying, hey, my mom tried to get to me, talk to me. No, they clearly didn't like her and they liked the situation, and she did very well because that's a toxic family and a toxic environment. Even though their family, newsflash, it's very painful, but not every mom loves her child, unfortunately. And even if we are relatives, people don't like you. Like, I experienced that. You experienced that. If not, you're a lucky motherfucker, because we all did. And I had cousins, aunts that did not like me, grandma that didn't like me because just because of my mom stealing her precious boy, blah blah blah. Anyway, family drama. But Yeah, this shit happens, and you should just say fuck them and just how to say I know it's easy to say but done, but it's easier to be far from them than be closer to them. If they destroy you mentally, that's not it, girl. I'm all in for letting go of family. I'm all in because I did that and it feels amazing. I have peace on my mind. I feel way better about myself and very free. I feel very free. Like to do more things and to say more things. That's it about me. Yeah. So yeah, her mom asked her if she wanted to do a party for her daughter. Not really, but you guys can if you want. Not really, but you guys what? Or you guys can if you want. Mom asked me if she thought it would be weird if I didn't show up to a birthday party for my own kid. I didn't want to be around people who tear me down. Exactly. I want to be around people that want to lift me up. Life isn't easy. I've been there, done that more than most. I work my ass off to take one step forward to then have to take 5 steps backwards. Being a single working mom is hard. Oh my god. I make lots of mistakes. I mess up all the time. I'm the first to admit it. If you can't talk to me about me, if you can't talk to me about me, but you can talk about me when my kid is at the same table and expect her not to be upset, then you're an idiot. That's true. And I don't want to be a part of that. Sorry, not sorry. She asked me if I'm ever going to let it go. No, mom, I'm not. It's not like you forgot to bring me some pie from the party. It's not like that. I just discovered that you don't freaking like me. And that's cool. Just, I don't want to be around you. Yeah. I can forgive a lot of things, but if behaviors continue and you continue to discuss me in front of my child and expect her not to tell me you're an idiot, say it to my face, I'd respect you more. That's true. That's true. I respect that. I hate that I have never felt like I had family. Probably trauma related, not going to lie. I might be overly sensitive. You're not overly sensitive. They are dumbasses and but how to say insensitive people. But I feel like an asshole for saying what I said. Yeah, because they made you feel guilty when you were small, when you were thinking about yourself, when you were small, your parents or your family made you feel guilty for that, and that's why you feel like that now. You're welcome. That's therapy talking. Even if it's my truth. Yeah, it'll go away. But I'm sorry, you can't risk your mental health for that. Like, damn, to the comments. I wouldn't let my kids go on with people who talk crap about me and didn't like me. Hell no, because they do not deserve that neither. Do you cut them off and move somewhere new? Yeah, I think the painful stuff is that she said that in front of your kid. Like, how disrespectful can you be? Like, you hurt my kid at the same time you hurt me, because my kid will of course be hurt by what you are saying because I'm her mom. Duh. Yeah. Let's see. This is from the OP. I asked my mom about the conversation. She agreed it was inappropriate. Oh my god. To have the discussion in front of my daughter. Her excuse was they forgot. No shit, Sherlock. She was there. To be honest, I have never really been the daughter my mom wanted to be. Yeah, so I wasn't into fashion. What the hell? I was a tomboy who played with animals and wasn't afraid to get dirty. Good for you, girl. My mom's opinion of me was no secret. Growing up, she wanted me to be like my cousin. Oh gosh, I hate that. Why do you want your kid to be like someone else? They have their own personality. Don't be such an asshole of a mom. They who was given the childhood that allowed her to be herself. That's a big important part. Growing up, it was made aware that kids were to be seen and not heard, and that the boys were more important. What the hell? My mom was divorced, and the grandparents didn't think that was a thing a female should do, even when the husband was toxic. Yeah, I know that kind of family. I moved away at 18 to get away from the examples I had growing up. Now, I'm no saint by any means. You don't have to be a saint. I have a sharp tongue. Bravo. That's very good. That means you had to defend yourself when you were really small, and no one had to defend you, and you step up for yourself, and that's a good thing. As I learned it from her. When I was a kid, I told her I wanted to be a teacher, and she lectured me on how that wasn't good enough work. I learned from watching all the fist fights at birthday parties that money wasn't the answer. I didn't live life to their standards as they were not realistic to who I was. Okay. When I got pregnant with my daughter, my mom couldn't congratulate me. Wow. She called me a homewrecker and a what? And a man trap. What the hell? This woman has some real issues. She's a misogynist, and she clearly, unfortunately, isn't made to be a mom. And there are so many troubles with this. And I'm so sorry you've been through that. I feel you because my family has kind of the same opinions. By my dad. And yeah, I was the black sheep also. That is just the politest thing she said to me. Damn. She also said these things in front of my 7-year-old son. When I told her I was pregnant with my son, she was more upset about being called grandma, as she was only 40, and to her, that wasn't old enough to be a grandma. That makes me so annoyed. I was 20 when I had my son. I turned 21 when he was 4 months old. I was just more upset about the fact that my daughter understood that what they were doing was wrong. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. It kind of broke my heart to have her ask me why they didn't like me. Yeah, girl. Like, you won't get any closure if you do that. Closure doesn't exist. You just have to admit they are shitty people, they will never change, and that's how they are. And you will not put up with this. It hurt her feelings that the people she really loved didn't like the person that she loved. Yeah. I learned how to not be a parent by watching and doing the opposite of mine. Congratulations. Congratulations. My daughter didn't grow up in a household like that. I feel you. It just reminded me of why I left. I came back to take care of my grandma. They wanted to put her in a home, and I didn't want that for her. Oh, I closed down my childcare to come home and take care of grandma. I knew the decision would mean I was back in the thick of it. I'm glad grandma didn't have to go to a home, but my kids got to see firsthand how words can be hurtful. I'm liking this. So you're an amazing person, and I am so glad you turn up to be like this. And you just saw how to not act around your kids and just do whatever you do because you're amazing just the way you are right now. Yeah. Um so that's it for today. I'm gonna I'm gonna go sleep now. Okay? Bye.